Y'all! Jaguar Wright, known for her no-holds-barred attitude, went on Piers Morgan's show and did what she does best, spill some shocking tea on Jay Z and Beyoncé. But here's where things get interesting. Faster than you can say lemonade, Piers suddenly did an about-face and distanced himself from Jaguar, hinting that she was lying and making things up. Now, Jaguar isn't the type to let someone play in her face, and she's coming for Piers with both barrels blazing. She's about to teach him why you don't mess with her, and trust me, it's going to be a masterclass in clapbacks. To be fair to Piers, and I can't believe I'm saying that, the reason he backtracked faster than a politician caught in a scandal was that Jay Z and Beyoncé threatened him with legal action. Apparently, the Carters don't play when it comes to their reputation, and Piers folded faster than a cheap lawn chair at a family barbecue. But here's what's got me scratching my head. Why now? Jaguar's been spilling tea on the Carters for ages, serving up wild stories like they're hotcakes at IHOP. Remember when Cassie sued Diddy? While everyone was focused on that drama, Jaguar came out swinging with some bold claims about Jay Z being in on Diddy's dirty business, saying he was even worse than Diddy himself.
Sean Carter is worse.
Uh-oh.
Oh, man.
He's smarter. He's patient. He's not sloppy.
Mm-hmm.
This he been lining up people he calls friends and stepping to the side while they get hit by the guillotine for 30 years.
Now, if you're wondering why Jaguar seems to have more beef with Jay Z than a Texas steakhouse, she might have a pretty legit reason. In an interview, she claimed that Jay allegedly tried to unalive her back when she was singing backup for him. And get this, she says he came at her with a whole box cutter. I mean, that's not exactly the kind of thing you forget about over a couple of drinks and an apology card.
Sean Carter is just as bad as the diddler. And I know that for a fact. I got the scars to prove it.
So there's been so many people on the internet trying to figure out where you are. They're watching you. They're doing all types of stuff trying to figure you out.
You want to know what a box cutter feels like going into your skin and ripping you? I can tell you how it feels. I ain't seen shit yet. That Cassie, that's nothing.
So are you trying to say like Jay Z put hands on you?
I'm saying Sean Carter remembers everything he did to me and he's got it on tape. Just like Diddy.
Yeah, that's the kind of stuff that makes most people hold grudges for life. I mean, trying to unalive someone is just plain crazy. It's safe to say Jaguar and the Carters aren't exactly exchanging Christmas cards or family reunion invites. So when it was announced that Jaguar was going on Piers Morgan's show, everyone knew it was going to be messier than a food fight at a wedding. And boy, did Jaguar deliver. She dropped a bomb bigger than my last online shopping spree, claiming that Jay Z was allegedly the mastermind behind the whole Me Too movement. According to Jaguar, Jay needed to take down R. Kelly to cover up his own ties to Kelly's crimes. And get this, she says he even bankrolled the movement just to distance himself and bury any evidence of their past shady dealings. Talk about a plot twist.
Well, because the Me Too movement was a ruse. It was a setup. It was a scam. I'm saying that now, publicly. Dream Hampton spearheaded the Surviving R. Kelly campaign, which fueled the Me Too campaign. And that was all funded by Sean Carter to make sure that Robert Kelly went to jail. Get his lick back. Why is nobody understanding that Dream Hampton was being financed and ran by Sean Carter? They were able to go and get all of these witnesses because he was there with Robert Kelly. How does Jay Z sit down with Gayle King and she not ask him one question about the intersection between him and Aaliyah and Robert Kelly? This is insane that people keep refusing to see what's right there. If the Me Too movement were real, why aren't they speaking now? They've also been very quiet in this time of the diddler's downfall.
Now this is where things get really interesting, besties. There have been rumors swirling around for a while that R. Kelly has been claiming Jay Z set him up. According to the streets, and we all know the streets don't lie, Kelly's been saying that Jay Z allegedly funded the documentary that played a big role in influencing his trial. That's crazier than a cat in a room full of rocking chairs, especially since Kelly and Jay used to be thicker than thieves before all of Kelly's dirty secrets hit the fan. But once Kelly got exposed, Jay Z started acting like he didn't even know the man. Talk about a fair weather friend. Oh, but it gets spicier than your grandma's secret chili recipe. Ronnie Bo, who was once Kelly's cellmate, spilled some serious tea on hip-hop news uncensored. He said Kelly didn't have solid proof, but he was convinced that Jay, his former collaborator, had put a hit out on him. It's like something straight out of a mob movie. But wait, there's more. Jaguar didn't just stop at Jay Z. She also claimed that Beyoncé allegedly had something to do with Aaliyah's death. I know, right? My jaw hit the floor too. Now,
I have 3 victims right now who are willing to give testimony about not only what Mr. Carter has done to them, but his wife as well. They're a nasty little couple. They do nasty things.
What do you think happened with Kim
Keeping people against their will. Putting people on planes while they're unconscious, just like Aaliyah got on that plane. Unconscious. There's a lot of things that people don't want to talk about, Piers.
rumors about Aaliyah's death being foul play have been swirling for years, and fans always seem to connect it back to the Carters. The theory goes that it all stems from Jay Z's alleged obsession with Aaliyah, which reportedly made Beyoncé jealous and insecure. I mean, can you blame her? They were competing in music, and now she had to compete for her man's attention too? That's enough to make anyone see green. But here's where it gets really messy. Before Jay Z allegedly got fixated on Aaliyah, she was married to his close friend R. Kelly. Yep, the same R. Kelly that Jaguar claims Jay set up to take down. And we can't skip over the shady part of that whole situation. R. Kelly basically manipulated Aaliyah into marrying him when she was only 15, and he was a grown man at 27. The fact that Jay Z knew all about it, watched his bestie marry a teenager, and said nothing, yikes on bikes. And then for Jay to turn around and develop the hots for Aaliyah, that's messier than a toddler's art project. But hey, maybe he just wanted a super successful woman by his side while he built his empire. I mean, look how quick he was to run back to Beyoncé once Aaliyah was out of the picture. For context, besties, Aaliyah was that girl in the early 2000s. Hollywood's golden girl, no doubt. She wasn't just at the top of the game, she was the game. And of course, she had plenty of admirers. Everyone was trying to shoot their shot, including Jay Z and Dame Dash. The tension between Jay and Dame was already bubbling, but when they both started competing for Aaliyah's attention, woo, it got even messier than a food fight in a pie factory. And that's when Jay reportedly betrayed Dame in the worst way possible. He sold out their record label from right under him. Two friends chasing the same girl never ends well, and we could have told Jay Z and Dame that for free. And you already know Jay Z isn't the type to take an L lightly, so the whole situation was already on shaky ground. But it really hit the fan when Aaliyah finally decided to choose Dame.
So, you know, this is going to be hard for me because he was throwing, because he, his friends were laughing at him.
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah.
Well, I might have a question since we're talking about Aaliyah, and ignore me if it's too much, but do you have any opinion on the R. Kelly situation? Do you think he got railroaded?
Of course, Jaguar Wright jumped in to add some extra fuel to the fire, claiming that Aaliyah was the real reason behind the fallout between Jay and Dame. According to her, Jay was just salty about losing Aaliyah to Dame, and that pretty much wrecked their whole friendship. Honestly, it sounds like a classic case of jealousy going wild. You know how messy it can get when feelings are involved.
I think everybody that knows Sean Carter knows that he will slump anyone in any relationship for $1. Look at how he did Dame. Like, I don't give a if you wanted to get away from your homie, if you wanted to get away from your partner, but to do it the way he did it, it's malicious. But maybe that was because he was a girl that didn't want you.
After the whole Aaliyah drama, Jay Z moved on to Beyoncé, but the streets were still buzzing about how he had some serious feelings for Aaliyah. It didn't help that there was already this weird competition between Beyoncé and Aaliyah at the time. Talk about a messy love triangle. Then, when Aaliyah tragically passed away in the plane crash, Beyoncé ended up with both the man and the status. And according to Jaguar, it wasn't a coincidence or a stroke of luck. Beyoncé allegedly went out of her way to set it up. What makes all this even more suspicious is that over the years, insiders like Mary J. Blige have dropped hints that there was way more to Aaliyah's death than we were led to believe. Some people are even throwing around the idea that she was sacrificed, which just adds another layer of mystery to an already tragic situation.
I just know that was a, you know what I'm saying, that was a spiritual, whether people know it or not, because God don't kill people, you know what I'm saying, whether people know it or not. And I could go deep, but a lot of people I would have to really bring proof, you know what I'm saying, for what I learned. And she just was cut down in the prime of her life, and it's so unfair.
Anywho, after Jaguar appeared on Piers' show, Beyoncé got her lawyers involved faster than you can say single ladies, and Piers immediately cut out Jaguar's segment of the show and apologized to the Carters.
Jaguar Wright unexpectedly made several serious allegations about Jay Z and Beyoncé during that interview. As I said in the moment, they were not present to respond or defend themselves, but now they have. Their lawyers contacted us to say that those claims were totally false and have no basis in fact, and we've therefore complied with the legal request to cut them from the original interview. Editing interviews is not something we do lightly at a show called Uncensored. But, like the proverbial cries of fire in a crowded theatre, there are legal limits on us too. And we apologise to Jay Z and Beyoncé.
Y'all already know that Jaguar doesn't like it when people play in her face, and she dragged Piers for filth. She revealed that Piers' team was the one to reach out first, inviting her to come on the show. She also claimed that she and Piers had discussed what she was going to say beforehand and that he had vetted her claims before she went on the show.
Piers Morgan's producers called him directly. And we talked about it briefly, and I said, we have to do it. We have to. Because the one thing I know about Piers Morgan is he is smart prey. And not only is he smart prey, he is a great conductor of information. He also vets things viciously. And I want to thank you for that. Because if my word is good enough to make it through Piers Morgan's firewall of please don't sue me, then I guess he just vetted me for every ounce of real life content on this blue couch. We thank you for that.
So it looks like Piers was trying to do damage control, and he threw her under the bus without hesitation because, like I said, he doesn't want smoke with the Carters. It's like he forgot his show is called Uncensored. Fans were quick to call out Piers for his flip-flopping. One commented, Piers Morgan claims to be uncensored, yet took down his Jaguar Wright video. Anyone surprised? Another said, Jay Z mad. He's supposed to be a journalist, but chose protecting his money. If it's so fake, go put it on wax in court. And my personal favorite? Piers is a coward, and we already knew Piers Morgan was a spineless little coward, but this is a new low for him. So, what do y'all think about this whole mess? Is Jaguar spilling real tea, or is she just stirring the pot? Are Jay Z and Beyoncé really behind all this drama, or are they just trying to protect their reputation? And what about Piers? Is he a journalist with integrity, or just another talking head afraid of powerful celebrities? Drop your thoughts in the comments below, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button, because you know I'll be here with all the latest tea, piping hot and ready to serve. Until next time, stay fabulous, stay curious, and remember, in the world of celebrity gossip, the truth is often stranger than fiction. Love you, mean it. Goodbye.